Hello, and thank you for tuning in. My name is Nehru, and you are tuned into the Real Psychic Investigators. And give me just one moment here. We are going to go ahead and get into another reading. It won't be during this reading, investigators, but it will be here in the next, few days. Confirmation. It will be in the next few days, okay? And it is, for all synchronicity and everything, it's 2:52 in the morning in Malaysia on October 1, so 10/1, okay, so 101, okay? And, but in the next, we'll say a week, okay? We'll say in the next 7 days, I will be posting a video exposing the lies about Lavina Lynn Johnson, okay? In her case, Lavina Lynn Johnson, for those of you who are unaware, Lavina Lynn Johnson was a U.S. Army soldier, okay? And she was murdered, and the Army's covering it up. The military is covering it up. She was beaten, like punched, like bruises all around her neck and on her face, black eyes and everything. And there were bloody footprints leading out of her tent, okay? Whether she was out in the field or actually deployed. But this case is 10 years old, it's unsolved, and the military keeps lying to her family. And so I'm going to do more due diligence on my part, and I'm going to be bringing that case to the channel, okay? So again, thank you so much for tuning in. Again, my name is Nehru. The purpose of the channel is to help investigators all over the world, regardless of their place in investigation work. It could be a forensic scientist. They could be a police officer just joining the force, okay? They could be a brand new PI. It doesn't matter. Federal investigation agencies, not just in the U.S., but worldwide. That's what this channel was created for. And yeah, so, and fulfilling the purpose for which it was created, we're going to go ahead and get into another energetic energy read. I will tell you that I am in some, I don't know what you say, unique energy, I guess. I don't know what you call it. Oh, let me show you this. I don't think I've shown you this yet. But those of you who are wondering what this is, okay, so this is a hand, it's a palm, you know, fingers and everything, right? These are zodiac signs, and they are in order, okay? So for mudras, if you're wondering which point of your hand, again, you have them on your feet too, okay? Again, just like chakras, you have 114 chakras, okay? These zodiac signs correspond with your, so for instance, my sun sign is a Sagittarian, okay? So Sagittarius, okay? Right? And so it goes Sagittarius, Scorpio, Libra, right? So just find your zodiac sign, okay? And there may be something in here for you in regards to mudras and how you can go about transforming or changing or bettering your energy, okay? So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get in here. Thank you so much, Divine. I've cleansed all of the cards. I really miss Florida water. I really miss Florida water, and that's not water from Florida, okay? I really miss Florida water. And perhaps at my new destination, I will find something there, okay? All right. Thank you, Divine. I'm looking at the devil over there on the other stack of tarot cards. So quite a bit. Again, thank you so much, Investigators Collective. Thank you so much. And welcome in. I don't think I said that this time. Welcome in, Collective. You see the Leo, the Knight of Pentacles. We'll see if 101 comes out. Okay, 404 came out earlier in the last reading. Okay. Let's go ahead and find out what is going on in the energy. There is a lot happening. I saw something about multiple bomb threats against U.S. universities. That's interesting. Multiple bomb threats on U.S. universities. Very interesting. There are a lot of cards, so and bear with me. As usual, we will be looking up information. Also, let me say this. Just because collective, mainly, this is for the collective. If you are an empath, okay, you are utilizing your clairsentience, clairaudience, clairvoyance, right? You're utilizing those, and again, you are in your gift, okay. Not everything that you say is going to be accepted, okay. And some of what you say might not be accepted by anyone other than yourself, okay? So keep that in mind. Truth speakers, keep that in mind, okay? That's not for the investigators, okay? That's, yeah. Even those who you might think are of high vibration, okay? You may come to find out that they really are not, or at least not where you are, okay? And again, we're all on our own individual journey. Don't hold that against them. Perhaps the light that you have received will come on in their life at some point, okay? And if it doesn't, that's all right, okay? But I do feel a need to say that. Don't be disappointed when what you speak is not received by who you think it would be received by, okay? We are going to utilize the lifestyle cards this time around as well. Okay, so this is going to be a full reading. All right. Okay. Thank you so much, Divine Source, for getting me. It is 3 o'clock exactly now. 3 o'clock exactly as we get into this energy read. 3 o'clock in the morning, Malaysian time. Okay. There are a lot of storms and things surging in the oceans. Okay, not just the Atlantic in the U.S. for hurricane season, but also in the Pacific and other bodies of water, you know, other places as well. So that could be significant. Okay, so hurricanes, tsunamis, monsoons, typhoons, all of that is significant, or could be at this time. Okay. On the top, right up, we have the Ten of Cups, okay? This is a jubilee, all right? Investigators, there's looking like a church in St. Louis where the pastor is touching the children. Okay. And this could be the energy that the church gives, you know, that it's a safe place and all of that. But in actuality, there's a molester. Okay. Mayat is here. Thank you, Mayat. Revealed to us in this dream along with Aravat. Okay. Oh, let me go ahead and confirm for those of you who wonder where I get the name Aravat. Let me go ahead and confirm with you where I get that name from. Okay. So, Aravat. Yes, Aravat, okay, or Avarat, is identified as the Hebrew name of God in the book of the secrets of Enoch. And that's the second book of Enoch, often interpreted as the father of creation or God in the Hebrew tongue. Okay? Aravat. Okay? Ooh, why did that flip like that? Okay, there we go. Okay? Aravat. That is the name above all names. That is the secret name of divine source. Okay? It's above Yahweh. It's above God. It's above God is only a title. Okay? There are many gods. Okay? But yeah, just again as a confirmation to those of you who are wondering where do I get that name from, it is truly legitimate. That is Aravat. Okay? Divine source. Okay? And this is the mudra for Aravat. Okay, and it's like an ankh. Okay, just FYI. All right. So we have deja vu again out here again. So someone in this reading, someone in this energy here is definitely experiencing deja vu. Okay, once again, as I said earlier in the reading before, if you are experiencing deja vu, that is just simply a confirmation that you have been here before and you are here to do certain works over again in order to correct them. Okay, as am I. Okay, so let's get it right this time. Okay, that is on the 10 of swords, or excuse me, 10 of wands. Okay, could be 10 of swords might be in here. Okay, and you are being asked to focus on your desires. Okay, and again, investigators, Mayat, okay, is helping you with your case. Okay, in order to help the investigators understand better about spirituality and who these deities are, let's go ahead and find out. Okay, Mayat is the ancient Egyptian goddess of truth and justice, balance, and cosmic order. Okay, depicted as a woman with an ostrich feather. This isn't an ostrich feather, but it's a feather. Okay, with an ostrich feather. Okay, on her head. She personified the principles that maintain the universe against chaos, known as Iseth, Isfet. Okay, Mayat's ideas were central to the pharaoh's role in the afterlife, particularly in weighing of the heart ceremony, where a deceased person's heart would be placed on the feather to determine their eternal fate. Okay, Mayat. All right, go ahead and show you a couple of pictures. Okay, so investigators, Mayat, the Egyptian goddess that is of truth, balance, and justice, right here. Okay, right here on the 10 of wands. Okay, investigators, that is for the truth coming to the light. And again, thank you for doing that. Okay, Carter, Colby, spelled as you see it or a different way. Again, Colby doesn't have to be Colby like Colby Jack Cheese. It could be Colby like Kobe Bryant. Okay? Coach Carter, that's a good movie. Cole from Martin. Yeah. Okay. Kim Cole, Tina Cole. Okay. That is on one side of temperance. Okay. So Sagittarian energy, that speaks to patience investigators. Okay. The collective, those of us who are victims, many of us have been very patient. Isaiah. Okay. Someone could go by Zeke. Okay. Okay, there's something in regards to undercover government programs. Okay, undercover government programs. Okay, I saw that, what's the veterans, the head of the veterans, whatever, Heseth or whatever his name is, in a press conference with President Trump yesterday. And he's not a very honest man. Okay? He's not a very honest man. Okay? The sun being shown on these government projects. Okay? In fact, let me get his name. Let's look up his information. Hegseth. What's his first? Pete. Okay. Pete Hegseth. Yeah, he's not a very good man. Okay, he's not very honest. And I didn't listen to much of what he had to say. I knew this when he was brought on, actually. Okay, but yeah, he's not a very good person. Peter Brian Hegseth, born 6/6, okay, 1980. Okay. Army National Guard officer. Nothing against him, but he was a weekend warrior. Again, I'm thankful for everyone who serves, but a weekend warrior is not the same as an active duty soldier. That is not the same. Minneapolis, Minnesota, investigators. He's 45. Spouses: Meredith Schwartz, Samantha Deering, Jennifer Ratchet. Okay, I'm going to give you the years of the marriages. Meredith, 2004 to 2009. Samantha, 2010 to 2017. And Jennifer, 2019 to present. Okay, Princeton education, Harvard education. Yeah. And it looks like he had breaks in service. Okay, so 2003 to 2006 he served, then 2010 to 2014, and 2019 to 2021, reaching the rank of major. Okay. Iraq war in Afghanistan. Yeah. Okay. He's just not a very honest person. He's just not. Okay. And it's unfortunate that Donald Trump trusts him. President Trump trusts him, and that's unfortunate. Okay. Undercover government programs. No doubt that he's a part of that. Okay. No doubt. Once again, we have the laundromat coming out, which is a cover-up investigators. Also, there could be a real estate company that's a cover-up investigators, or a realtor that's covering something up. Okay. Okay. Someone's going to be interviewed by reporters soon. Okay. Collective, this is for you. Cleanse your house. Again, investigators, for you as well. Okay. I'm not sure if you actually take my advice in regards to energy and chakras and activations. I don't know if you all actually take my advice on that, but I show you the information here to prove it each and every time, including the names that I use. Okay, so I'm not lying. Seven of Pentacles and a paradigm shift. Okay. All right. Someone could be acting like a fake police officer or a fake investigator. Collective, be aware of this. This is one of the ways that karmic individuals will not incarcerate, but will catch you, or I don't know what's the word I'm looking, secure you, whatever the word I'm looking for. I don't know right now, but yeah, okay, take you hostage. Okay, is by saying, pulling you over. Yeah, I'm a police officer, you know, with fake lights on a vehicle, that sort of thing. Okay, so be aware of that. And again, for you investigators, you could find out in one of your investigations that someone is propagating themselves as a police officer. Okay. Okay. Somewhere in this energy, there's an exorcism that is needed. Okay, and that is on the combative energy. Okay, right. And so to me, with this exorcism coming out here, you know what this speaks of? This speaks of like psychosis, or something, like a battle within oneself. Like this voice is speaking to the person, this voice is speaking, that voice is speaking, that voice is speaking, that voice is speaking, and they're all battling each other within the same being. Okay, that's what that speaks to me of at this time. On the other side of exorcism is needed. Kansas. Okay, this could be in Kansas. Okay, Lucifer could be in Kansas. A form of Lucifer could be in Kansas. Karma in Kansas. Okay, there's something about not answering the call. This is most certainly for, the collective. Okay, the investigators need to answer every call. Okay, so collective, there is a call or some type of communication that you're going to be getting. Confirmation on that Ace of Swords. Confirmation on that you probably should not answer. You should just ignore them. Okay, I'm becoming better and better at that every day, and just ignoring them. Okay, just delete their message. You know. Oh, also, collective and investigate. Well, investigators probably already know this, but collective. Let's say you have a YouTube channel, okay, and someone makes some ignorant comment, right, or some gaslighting comment. One of the ways that you can confirm if it's a stalker or, you know, somebody who's, you know, just a harasser, is you go to their channel and click on more and look at the date of when the account was created. 99.9% of the time, okay, if that account was created within the last month or two, that is someone who's stalking your page, and you can just block them, hide your channel from them. Okay, YouTube creators. All right, I don't know if that works like that on any other platform, because YouTube is the only platform that I use on here for these online for these messages. Okay, travel. So investigators or collective, someone's traveling soon. Okay, a boating accident. Okay, so the Coast Guard might be involved in something. Okay, a boating accident. Coast Guard, someone could be trying to escape on boat, and you need to run them down. Or you find the boat out in the middle of, you know, 5 miles out, and it's just bobbing in the water, and there's no one on it. Okay. Then you go on the boat and you find blood evidence. You find, looks like a fight happened, right? You find. Okay. So. Okay. 3 of Swords. Okay. For toxic love energy. That's what I consider that. Okay. This could be someone that you had chips and salsa with, or you could be having chips and salsa now. Okay. All right. I haven't had chips and salsa in... When I first got to Malaysia, I think I did the first time. So it's been some months, May, maybe, something. It's been a while. Okay. 3D justice, that is what we all seek, even the investigators. Okay. We all seek 3D justice. Divine takes care of the 5D, but we need the help of those who run these legal systems here on earth. It's not just a system. Those who run the legal systems here on earth, we need their help. We need the judges to change laws to protect against demonic spirits, not just against the human being, but against the demonic spirits that take over the human beings. President Trump, we need laws signed into place, signed into action, okay? That, let me get his face off of here. I don't even want to be looking at him. We need laws changed in order to protect us here, spiritually protect us here, not just physically. All laws today protect us physically here. To my knowledge, there are no laws anywhere in the world that protects a being against witchcraft, to my knowledge. Okay? So, we have the 3 of Cups, okay? So the 3 of Cups represents manifesting, okay? So manifesting this 3D justice, manifesting. You see that glow down there? Well-grounded energy, okay? So manifesting 3D justice. Secret societies, okay, of course. They're all over. In fact, let me look up, let me get, names of 7 different secret societies in the world. Okay, so here we go. 7 distinct secret societies are the Knights Templar, which is a medieval military order, the Illuminati, a historical group that opposed religious influences, okay? Freemasonry, a fraternal organization with ancient roots. Somebody's really not liking that I'm saying this. Skull and Bones, a Yale University society. See that throat chakra blockage? You see that? Somebody's really not liking that I'm saying this. The Seventh Society, a secret society at the College of William and Mary. I've never even heard of that one. The Ku Klux Klan, a white supremacist group, and the Bilderberg Group, a private organization for powerful individuals. The Bilderberg Group is standing out to me. Okay, so perhaps we'll share some information about the Bilderberg Group. Surely that those names, if they are not, some of them are already on these cards. I will be adding all of these secret societies to these cards moving forward. But secret societies, investigators, okay? Many of these individuals are politicians and in religion, okay? I was going to say something about Joel Osteen, okay? So, here we go, collective, okay? So there's something about an admirer of some sort, okay? I was going to say something when I saw this Reverend card about Joel Osteen, but yeah. Okay, so investigators, take a look at this, okay? For who you're investigating, as far as the victim is concerned, okay? If you go to their previous places of employment, okay, you might be able to cut your investigation time in half. Okay, if you go to former places of employment for those who are victims, okay, you once worked for or with your enemies. Okay, so these are former co-workers, former employers, okay, investigators. All right, someone's last name could be, or someone's part of their name could be Johnson. Okay, their strength with the Leo card. Okay, someone could be a bald female. Okay, Leo energy right there. Leo season, Leo sun sign, Leo highly aspected, or investigators and collective, you just need to be in your Leo energy. Okay, this is Mamba energy, as I call it. Okay, this is Mamba energy here. All right, we have Osceola County. Jack, Drew, Daryl. Okay, someone's name could be Andrew and they go by Drew. Jack, first name, middle, any of these first name, middle name, last names as usual, investigators. Jack Drew. Okay. Daryl Jackson. Andrew Jackson. Okay, the president, Andrew Jackson. Okay. Let's take a look at Andrew Jackson's information and find out his date of birth and when he passed, and that could be a synchronicity for you investigators. President Andrew Jackson. Okay, so we have, oh, wait, hold on. We have, I picked up, okay, so yes, all right. So we have Jack, Drew, and Daryl. I thought I missed a card or something. Okay, and then someone needs to listen to subliminal messages. This could be for encouragement. Okay, you are greater. Okay, you are wise. Okay, you are hearing correctly. Okay, you are stronger than the enemy that's coming against you. We wrestle not against flesh and blood. You were created for the greatest. Okay, listen to subliminal messages. Okay, all right, Andrew Jackson. Okay, 7th president. Some of you might know that you are a life path 7. Okay, life path 7, or born in July. Born 3/15, 1767. Okay, and passed 6/8, 1845. Okay, Andrew Jackson. Okay, Vauxhall's something. I'm guessing that, I would say England, but I really don't know where that is. Okay, and it looks like he passed in Nashville, Tennessee. Yes, Nashville, Tennessee. Okay, at the age of 78. Could something about 1987 or 1978 investigators. 7th president of the United States of America, Andrew Jackson. Okay, first angel number, 1551. Okay, it speaks to holding your vision, collective. Hold your vision. Okay, whatever vision that is, again, subliminal messages help with that. You are hearing clearly, right? Subliminal messages could help with that. There's something about a corrupt law firm. Okay, this corrupt law firm could be representing someone whose name is this. Okay, or these are completely separate. This individual is involved in something, and there's a corrupt law firm involved in something separate. Investigators and collective. Okay. Okay, there's someone in this energy whose name is Roxanne, and they are evil, demonic, karmic, possessed something. Okay. Okay, Roxanne. Okay. And that's on the moon. Okay. And that, normally I would not show that. Okay, but it said that that person was demonic. So collective. You could have someone whose name is this Roxy, Roxanne, Rocky, whatever, okay? And they're doing sacral magic on you, okay? You need to return all of that to the sender, okay? And you need to use your crystals and whatever else you have. I mentioned Florida water, whatever else you need or have, sage to cleanse your area, your space, you. Because the cleanse your house card came out, okay? All right, there's something about a dinner invite. This says, do you believe you can walk on water? Okay. Oh, I'm getting an old song. Do you believe in magic? Whenever it starts and it's magic. Something. Okay. Do you believe in magic? Cooper. Okay. This could be a first name. Riley Cooper. I think he's a wide receiver for the Gators and the NFL for a while. Cooper Kupp, okay, is a wide receiver or a tight end in the NFL currently. Cooper Tires, okay, because could be something about some tires. Tread patterns investigators. You can get molds of those, of course, we know. Okay, Cooper. First, middle, last name. Okay, so we have a King of Cups here. Okay, so someone's using telepathic communication techniques. This is why I did the cord cutting ceremony that I did the other day. I recorded that on the other channel here on YouTube. But I did a cord cutting ritual the other day to remove the individuals that was doing telepathic communication with me. And in fact, they were trying even again today with songs, and I just went ahead and turned on something else. Okay? If you want to know what I turned on this. And I can't play it because I get copyrighted, but I'll sing a little bit for you. I am the one that you heard about, read about. I am the one that had to take the ghetto route. I am the one that make me pull this letter out. I coming straight from the cage. Who let him out? Crazy nigga thought he was gone, but he ain't gone. Even King Kong took his black monkey ass on. When I hit the step, watch him scatter like roaches. Don't be fake, cause I know what a hoe is. Handle my business, no plan, cause I'm focused. You the definition of what a fucking hoe is. When you see me coming, they play with your emotions. Find my emotions and they find you in the oceans. Yeah, I meant plural. So I just turned something on to do away with whatever it is they're trying to send me. Okay. And that's Ice Cube's Here We Come. Rodney and Dennis. We know about Ronnie Dennis now, okay? The karmic minister who stole $23.5 million from military veterans in Hinesville, Georgia, outside of Fort Stewart, Georgia. Ronnie Dennis. That's a fresh thing in the news, okay? Fresh in the news, okay? Also, I'm seeing a lot about the David Celeste Rivas Hernandez situation. Okay, someone's Puerto Rican. Okay, confirmation. Joe Biden's family is dealing with karma due to his manipulation. Okay, I don't know how much they'll put it in the news when his family members die and are ill, or him. They will put him in it, but you know what I'm saying, right? Other members like cousins, aunts, cousins, uncles. He probably don't have any aunts still, right? But yeah, okay. Okay, some of you could resonate with an earth angel energy, or was it resonate with being an earth angel? Okay. 404, okay, that says slow down. Okay, some of you need to slow down. That's definitely the case. Investigators, slow down so you can make sure you get all of the details. So when you go present everything before the DA or whoever you're presenting this to move forward with a trial or whatever it is you're going to be moving forward with, to make sure you gather all the details. Okay, because you might want to, if you move too fast, you might end up needing to go back to someone and talk to them. They may have been influenced by someone else. They may have left. They may shut down, what have you. Okay, so, okay. There's no need for a rush. I'm definitely in that energy. There's no need for a rush. You know, it's whenever, you know. Grandmother. Okay, grandmother energy. All right. In the shorts, if you watch the shorts on this channel, the lady that you see in the picture above, that is my Indian grandmother. Okay, so one of the things that I was thinking about that's funny about systemic racism, something about I-55, where that interstates run, or someone's name starts with an I, first, middle, last in investigators, and they're 55 or born in 1955. Okay, and it's thinking how she's India, and her mother's India, and how even when someone looks at me, in America specifically, they'll be like, "You are black, you African American," when I'm not actually even if that was such a thing. Truly, it's rare to be African American. You'd have to be from Africa and then come to the U.S. and become a citizen of the U.S. to be African American. Okay? Most are just American. Brown Americans and Caucasian Americans are the majority of the Americans that live in the U.S. today. Caucasian Americans and brown Americans. No one's black and no one's white. That is whiter than every person in America. This right here is whiter than every person in America. Okay? And no one's discolored. Okay? So I was thinking how someone prejudges and stereotypes, and I'm thinking they would look at me and they're like, yep, he a black man. Yep, he African American. And they don't know me from Adam. They don't know me. My ancestry is not even it's from India. You know what I'm saying? And then beyond that, my shamanic is from Egypt specifically, right? So they don't, collective, they don't know you. They don't. They just stereotype you. Okay? I always mark multiple races whenever they ask me what race am I. I always put multiple, 2 or more. I always put 2 or more. For years I've done that. For years. Okay? You think you can put me in a box? I'm going to bust out of it. You can put me in a box. Okay? Something about the fool's journey. Okay? Say yes to the fool's journey, collective. Okay? Say yes to the fool's journey. Investigators, you might have to speak alone. Again, that could mean going against what whoever chief says. It might, because they might not want it to be exposed what's going on in their city, because it could involve them in some way. Again, we see a lot of those movies, right? Beauty spells, collective. Again, do your return to senders. Okay. There's something about instant gratification. Again, somebody. 12/12. Okay, so December 12th, Sagittarian energy. 122. Aquarius energy. Okay, could be 2/11, February 11th. Okay, still Aquarius energy. Freemasons are behind the evil against you. We read this, we listed 7 secret societies. Freemasons was on there. Freemasons, that secret society, is behind some of what is going on here with some of us here in the collective. For some of us, it's Eastern Stars. For some of us, it's Skull and Bones. For some of us, it's Illuminati, high wealthy elites, okay, in the Bilderberg group, okay. That is really of interest to me. I'm definitely going to be looking into that. The Bush family, John Kerry, these are individuals who are in Skull and Bones, okay. George W. Bush is the 3rd generation of the Skull and Bones secret society, just FYI. 3rd generation. I was in the military with and a part of the Rock of Central Florida with a gentleman who was his nurse. Do you think they're close? You think there's something there? Probably. Wheel of Fortune, so something is fated. Okay, and again, here's a reminder. Ain't no telling where you find it. Now, what this got to do with the price of tea in China? Nothing, motherfucker. Just don't act like a vagina. You won't catch the wrath of this hardcore rhymer. Now you got 55 niggas running that. Now you want to talk it out, but we don't negotiate. Now you got to do all kind of shit that you know you hate straight from the West, and you got to be respected. Yeah, you coming down. You hear them running for the exit. Here we go. Yeah. So something's faded. Cleanse your energy, collective. Okay. This could be in Georgia. Okay. Part of this could be going down in Georgia, or someone's name is Georgia, or the territory, country, Georgia. Okay. Ooh, that was a dog bark. So something about the territory of Georgia. Okay. Outside of the U.S. Okay. The fugitive could be there. Georgia may not have an extradition treaty with the U.S. Let's check and see. Does the country of Georgia has an extradition treaty with the United States? Yes. Okay, excellent. So if they went there, get your ass back. Okay? Yes. Okay. Yes, Georgia has an extradition treaty with the United States, which negotiates with negotiations, taking place in late 2023. And the treaty being initialed in December 2023. Okay, I need to get some sleep. Right, it's 3:39 in the morning. Okay. Oh, and we have fled overseas. All right, investigators. That's a big clue. Somebody who is listening to this reading or will listen to this reading, you are looking for a fugitive and they have fled to Georgia. And yeah. Okay. I don't know if they'll be there by the time you get there, but that is confirmation. Okay. Morgan, Melanie, Melissa, Malik, Morgan Freeman, Melissa McCartney. Is that a Melissa McCartney? No. Melissa McCartney. That doesn't sound right. Melissa. Malik, Melanie Griffith. Let's look up Melanie's information. I don't think she's in Hollywood very much anymore, right? Melanie Griffith. Yolanda could be significant investigators. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know. Again, I don't keep up with it, but I'm just saying, like, that doesn't seem to be a name that I've heard in, I don't know, the last 10 years. It doesn't seem to be a name I've heard recently. So let's take a look at Melanie Griffith. Plastic surgery did not do her any favors like it does most. Okay, plastic surgery typically does you dirty, typically. Okay, many examples. her, Tisha Campbell, there Jasmine Guy. There are many whose plastic surgery did not do them any favors. Okay, so Melanie Richards Griffith, born 8/9/57. Okay, 75/57 investigators. She is 68 today, New York City. She was born. Spouses: Don Johnson. She married Don Johnson on 2 separate occasions. So investigators, someone in this energy was married to someone, divorced them, and then went back to them. Okay? Don Johnson, 76, divorced in 76, married again in 89, and divorced in 96. Okay? And then Stephen Bauer, okay, married in 81, and divorced in 89. Antonio Banderas, I didn't know she was married to Antonio, married in 1996 and divorced in 2015. Okay, 3 children, including Dakota Johnson. Her mother is Tippi Hedren. Relatives are Tracy Griffith, a half-sister. Okay, so Melanie Griffith, Melanie Richards Griffith. Okay, and there's a younger picture of her. So yeah, plastic surgery, and and that could also be from a stroke. That could have been from a stroke too. Could be, as I look at her face. Okay, Page of Swords. Okay. Okay. The devil is in this Page of Swords energy. Do you know why? Because they are realizing the investigators are on their shit and they're about to get caught. That's why Apophis is in this Page of Swords energy here. That's why. Okay? That's why. Okay? You can find out, collective, that your friends are behind this. So people that you thought were your friends are not. Collective. Okay? So it could be your best friend. It could be your best friend's spouse, your best friend's whatever, brother, sister, mother, whatever. People who you thought were your best friend or good friends, they're not. Okay? And that might be some more healing work that you will need to do when you find that out. Okay? Something about the Secret Service. The Secret Service could be watching. The Secret Service could be watching this video. The Secret Service could be watching you, collective, or me. Okay, take a picture. Take a picture. We have the High Priestess. Okay, on the Celebrity Starseed present. Okay, this could be your energy investigators or your energy collective. Celebrity Starseed present. Okay, so again, Secret Service, okay, that is a celebrity type of position, okay, especially when you're protecting people like the president and high profile celebrities and that, okay, you're on TV, okay, with your shades and black suit on. You know what I mean? So, okay. Celebrity Starseed, High Priestess, that is High Priestess energy in the upright. Okay, that is Tina Turner. Okay. She's a bad, she is a, that's that being right there. You want to talk about alchemizing something? Get your ass beat by somebody who's hooked on narcotics and transform into, from Anime Bullock to Tina Turner. You want to talk about turning water to wine? They won't tell you, right, outright. The minister won't say, Jesus alchemized the water into wine. They won't say alchemized. They won't tell you that. They will speak to it in a way that makes you feel as though you can't do it. Yeah, they turned water into wine, man. I manifested a kidney on 7/7/17, man. I got 3 of them motherfuckers. That's just as magical of a miracle to me. if you ask me. Right? But, yeah. Okay. What was I going to look up? It's talking about manifesting, alchemizing. Oh, Tina Turner. Thank you. She is a Sagittarius, born 11/26. I already know that part. All right. She's a bad mama jamma, boy. All right. Anime Bullock, okay? Born November 26, 1939, 39 or 93. I think that's the second time we've seen 93 or 39 out here, investigators. Passed May 24th, okay? So she actually passed on my warlock's birthday. He was born 5/24/57, okay? Who murdered my father and took his place, right? He was born on, right? He's a Gemini, right? Which makes me feel better about May 24th. Gives me something to actually celebrate on that day rather than his karmic dark ass. Brownsville, Tennessee born, okay? Passed in Switzerland. Her and her husband lived in Switzerland for many years. Other names, Martha Nell Turner. Interesting. U.S. citizen from 1939 to 2013, and then was a Switzerland citizen from 2013 until her ascension. She assuredly ascended. Okay, married to Ike Turner from 62 to 79, and Erwin Bach from 2013 until her passing, and they had been together for many, many years prior to that. 4 children, relatives, Eileen Bullock. So you remember the lady who played Eileen Bullock in What's Love Got to Do with It? I remember her. Afida Turner, Eugene Bridges. Okay. All right. Started out with the rhythm and blues, Ike and the Kings of Rhythm, Tina Turner. She's such a special butterfly. Such a special butterfly. Those legs were worth $1 million each. Those legs were worth $1 million each. Okay. All right. So something's to be arriving for some of us soon. Again, collective. One of the things that I've learned to do, and I continue to try to master again. I'm not a master of all things in the 3D today. I am not. This 3D place is very frustrating. It's slow. Yeah, there's a lot of things about it that bothers me. Inefficient. It's inefficient. This 3D place is inefficient. So I, as an extraterrestrial being, and I don't think I've posted that picture here on in the community page. I'm going to post that picture in the community page, okay? To show you that I really truly am an extraterrestrial. Okay, all right. That is something that I'm constantly working on, is dealing with the inconsistencies, just the whole lackadaisical matrix, just dealing with the entire process, no matter what it is, legal or otherwise, just dealing with it on a day-to-day basis. And in some way, shape, form, or fashion, every day, every time Ra ascends on this side of the hemisphere, there's a new challenge that's presented with that. Confirmation bird. There's a new challenge that's presented with that. No wonder Issa, Yeshua. Again, I say Issa, Yeshua. Go ahead and prove to you again that their real name is actually Issa. Okay, their divine name is Issa, just like Most High's is Arabat, as I already showed you. But let me show you, since y'all probably don't believe me, let me just go ahead and tell y'all, show y'all. Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay, let's take a look here. Okay. Yes, Yeshua is the original Hebrew and Aramaic name for Jesus. Jesus is the karmic shit. Okay? That means Zeus, by the way. That's why they picked that name. And Issa is the name used, okay, before all of the different variations. Okay? Latin Jesus, which was introduced with the letter J, Latin. We had Puerto Rico come out here, I think. Latin Jesus was introduced with the letter J in the English in the 17th century, long after Issa Yeshua was here. Okay? So, Issa. Okay? Issa. Okay? And again, you would have to look in canonical texts, secret hidden text, things that not hidden, you can find them. But, you know, little published text. You have to look in, yeah, the books of Gospel of Thomas, and you'd have to venture into those things in order to find those things out. That is how I have come into the knowledge of those things, those truths. Okay? 2020, compassion. Okay, that's also vision, perfect vision, 2020. Okay? Card games. Okay? So, I mentioned close friends coming against you collective. This could be individuals that you played card games with. Okay? Or someone could be playing card games with your life. Okay? Ouija boards. Okay? Sabrina, Samantha, or something about a silhouette. CCTV. Okay? Samantha, Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Samantha, wasn't the name of the bewitched lady Samantha? Was the name of the witch on Bewitched Samantha? I think so. I think so. Yes, Samantha. Samantha Stevens. There was Samantha Stevens, Bewitched. Again, witchcraft. Ouija boards. Okay. A retrograde. Our next retrograde is November 9th to November 29th. Our next Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde. Okay, November 9th to November 29th, everyone. Okay, next Mercury retrograde. Nine of Pentacles. Okay, somebody definitely needs to do this. Could be you, investigators. You might need to grow the fuck up. Okay? And stop bowing down to people who don't want you to release the truth. Okay? I'm getting a West Side Connection song. Bow down when I come to your town. Bow down. I'm all about Ice Cube. Okay. All right. So somebody needs to grow the fuck up. Okay. We have transgender, transvestite. Okay. I am not politically correct in case you can't figure that out didn't figure that out by now. Josie and the Pussycats. Okay. Could be something about a group of women. Okay. A coven of women. Investigators. Okay. On the Hierophant energy. And transgender, transvestite. Okay. I saw some clip on some short or something on YouTube about President Trump sending a transgender woman, however it goes. I don't even know how to say it politically correct. That's how not politically correct I am. I don't even know how to say it. But there is a man who transitioned into a woman. Do you know? Let me tell you something. Collective. Check the state that you live in and find out if your tax dollars are going towards paying for inmates to have gender changes. If it is, I would get the fuck out of that state and stop giving them my money. I'm not lying to you. You are responsible for every dollar you get. Everyone. If you live in a state where they take your tax dollars, and you can find it out online. Every state has their own laws in the U.S. Find out if your state is paying or condones the state using tax dollars to pay for sex changes, and I would leave that motherfucking state. I will never, ever live in a state where any of my tax dollars goes to change a dick to a vagina or a vagina to a dick for a criminal that's been convicted and has been a demon in this society. There is no way I will ever. Like Tina Turner, I don't even have to come back to the United States. You know what I'm saying? I have nothing there. Nothing there for me. Okay? Not today, I don't. Okay? Not that I'm aware of. Okay? Again, I say that kind of sarcastically, like investigators, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, right? So there are states who use taxpayers' dollars, to do that. And Trump said that he's going to send them back or send them to a male jail, okay? Because that's really what they are. They were born a male, okay? Again, people be like, thank you, Lord. God is so good. God is so faithful. Does God make any mistakes? No, God don't make no mistakes. But I'm going to go get my dick changed to a coochie. I still love the Lord, though. The confusion is deep. It's serious. It's real serious. The confusion is serious. Concubines are behind the spiritual warfare. Okay, so I said a coven of women. Linda likes to row. Linda likes to row. And I don't follow her. I like check in from time to time, and that I haven't listened to a reading from Linda. It's been a little bit, actually. I haven't listened to a reading from her in a while. But Linda says a herd of bitches, a gaggle of bitches and a herd of hoes. That's what Linda likes to row says. And that might be an indication to investigators to go listen to her. She might have some information for you. Okay? The concubines are behind your spiritual warfare. Okay? So, a gaggle of bitches or a herd of hoes, Eastern Stars, whoever. Okay? Something's gross. Gross negligence. Let's look that up. Gross negligence means gross negligence is an extreme failure to exercise the care that is a reasonably prudent person would, showing reckless disregard for the safety or lives of others and often implying a conscious violation. This is why there are so few people who really truly should be getting lesser sentences for mental instability. With all the shit, again, for myself, with everything that's been done against me, if I'm able here to still be here and speak fluently, intelligently, still a sin, and be in my, what they call right mind, after all that I've been through, there are so few people in this world who can claim mental instability for doing shit to people, because all that's been done to me, and I ain't killed nobody. I ain't showed up. I've wanted to, yes, but I didn't, okay? I've wanted to, but I didn't, okay? And that's the difference. When they consciously violate another person's rights. You'd be like, yeah, they suffer from schizophrenia. So if schizophrenia told them to come into your house judge, your house attorney that's defending them, and rape you, and I said it without a G on purpose, and rape you or your daughter, or steal her out of the bedroom, or your son out of the bed. You think you think that's good? You think that's enough to get them off? You think that's a good enough excuse? Would you all be okay with that? No, you wouldn't. So stop lying and stop defending them sorry asses. You don't have to defend them just because they come to you. You don't. You can turn them away. You do not have to defend every client that comes to you. Okay? The honest ones don't. I just got that. The honest attorneys, they don't defend everybody who wants their services. Cameron, Kathy, Catherine, Wesley, we know Wesley Snipes, Catherine Hepburn, Kathy Cameron. We've looked at Kirk Cameron's information. Could be something about Cameroon. Where is Cameroon? Where is Cameroon? Cameroon is a country located in the West Central Africa region, sitting on the Atlantic coast where Western and Central Africa meet. So there's something about the West side and the Central side meeting. So in the U.S., okay, we have time zones, okay? Eastern time zone, Central time zone, Mountain time zone, and Pacific time zone. I think that's all the time zones, I think. There might be one other. What are the time zones in the United States? Central, Mountain, Alaska Daylight Time, and Hawaiian, okay. Central, Mountain, Daylight, Mountain Standard, Pacific Daylight, Alaska Daylight, and Hawaii Aleutian Standard Time. Okay, so there are 6 different time zones in the United States. Okay, 6. All right. So yeah, there could be something about the west coast of the United States and the central part. Those states start in the central time zone of the United States. Okay, investigators? Okay, you could be traveling from one of those to the next. That was a confirmation burp. A drug dealer is involved in your investigation. You're not surprised to hear that. Someone's a demonic child. That might be the child that needs the exorcism. Okay, that we had come out earlier. That could be the child that needs the exorcism. Jealousy was someone's downfall. Again, collective. I'm talking about your best friends, good friends, co-workers, those you had coffee with, those you took out to lunch. Investigators. You too. Okay, because again, you have private lives. Okay, and that is on the Ace of Pentacles for a money bag. Okay, that's a siren. Oh, someone manipulated a lie detector test. That is a siren. Someone manipulated a lie detector test. Let's go ahead and get some randoms, and we're going to go ahead and get up out of here, and I'm going to go lay down. Not go lay down, I'm lay down right here. Right? So someone lied on the lie detector test. Paula Dean, Paulette, Paul. Precisely. I did precisely. So one of those names is precisely a name involved in a case that you're investigating, investigators. Precisely. Okay. Trigger warning. Last name, first name, same initial. Okay. Ramon Rodriguez, last name, first name, same initial. Scott Skiles, last name, first name, same initial. Okay. Regina Rigaud, I don't know what that means. Regina, whatever. Okay. Charity Chance. Okay, someone's name is Chance. I said Tsunami earlier. Tsunami's out here. Okay. We have hidden musical gifts. Those come out here all of the time. Okay. Something about someone in law enforcement liking you, collective, or someone who's going to hear this reading. Okay. Something about someone in law enforcement. They could be liking you after they've watched you for so long. Okay. Ashley, Cyan, Sarah, or Sarai. Okay. That's the original way you spell Sarah. Sarai, not an H. Okay. All right. Ashley or Cyan, Sarai. Somebody could be saying, sorry. Tara Greenstead, let's go ahead and look up that beauty queen. She is that lifetime. She's no longer here as Tara Greenstead, but we will look her information up. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. It's true. Tara Greenstead. Okay. Read you a little bit about her case and her murder. Tara, investigators, Tara Faye Greenstead was an American high school history teacher from Ocilla, Georgia. Georgia's been out here, who went missing on October 22nd, 2005. And was declared dead in 2010. Okay, her body has never the physical body that she was in has never been found. Okay. Okay. Years later, Ryan Duke and Bo Dukes, they are not related. One's last name is Duke and the other's last name is Dukes, were eventually charged in her death. Ryan was acquitted of murder but convicted of concealing the death of another. He was sentenced to 10 years in prison. Bo was also convicted of concealing the death of another and also sentenced to 10 years. Again, yeah. To my knowledge, her case is still open. Is Tara Greenstad's murder still open? Is Tara Greenstad's murder case still an open case? Okay, so let me ask a different one. Who murdered Tara Greenstad in Osceola, Georgia? Okay. Oh, so Bo Dukes was convicted for concealing the crime. In February, an update. In February 2025, an appeals court threw out pending charges for Duke and Dukes, citing that charges were filed too late and finding the lower court's reasoning insufficient to establish probable cause. Again, small town secrets. Small town secrets. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. Small town secrets. I guarantee you. She was single, not married, and lived alone. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. The sheriff of whoever that place is, the deputy, I guarantee you the police department actually knows who did this. I guarantee you. Investigators, FBI, CIA, DA, the local law enforcement knows exactly what happened to her. They know exactly what happened to her. Okay. So, let's take a look at her information again, just so that we can Tara Greenstadt, so that we can synchronize your case or cases. Okay. Scorpio, born 11/14/74. Okay. So her and I, okay, we are 15 days apart. Literally, same year, 15 days apart. Okay. Born in Hawkinsville, Georgia. Okay. And again, declared dead on 11/22 of 2000. Went missing on 11/22/2005. Okay. Tara Greenstadt. Okay. She was a beauty queen. An actual beauty queen. She was a beauty queen. Okay. And she actually that was part of her social activity, was helping younger girls get ready for pageants and showing them the ropes and that sort of thing, right? So thank you so much as always for tuning in, collective. Go ahead and pull a few tarot just to go ahead and get clarification on everything. And I said we were going to pull the lifestyle cards, and we didn't. And I do tend to forget that. And it must be something divine never reminds me, so it must be something that's, I don't know. It's funny that ancestors, no one ever reminds me of it. That's so funny. Okay. So we have 5. Let's take a look at these and then we'll go. Okay. All right, so we got boom, tick, tick, boom, Henry gleaning down the back street. Life ain't attract me. It's a marathon. Fuck the cemetery that a nigga's getting buried on. This is for my niggas locked away. Extra love for the ones who ain't got no date. With Ice Cube the Great, you just run the stick. Ice Cube. So something's about to go boom, all right? And we also have the surprise, okay? When the police or SWAT or whoever shows up at their door, the raid, whatever that is, collective, their brain gonna go boom for sure. Okay? They're gonna go boom. Everybody in the house gonna be like, oh, yeah, boom, here it comes. Okay? A pothole. Okay? You know what this represents? Okay? Someone tried to trip you up, investigators. Someone tried to trip you up. Okay? This 3-headed monster, they're one way at work, one way at church, and another way with their friends. At church, at work, with their friends. At church, at work, with their friends. That's who they are. They tried to trip you up. Okay? All right? And whoever this individual is, they could be a gamer or they are lovesick. Okay, Cupid is vomiting. Okay, so someone's sick. Okay, love sick. Okay, because they made the wrong choice. Okay, and again we have a gamer, together or separate individuals. A gamer, someone who plays games, or someone who does dark things on the web. Okay? Someone who does dark things on the web. Okay? Thank you so much as always for tuning in. Again, Investigators Collective, this is what the channel was created for, to help you solve your cases, regardless of what your role is in that journey. Again, you could be a scientist of some sort, a researcher, you could be a nonprofit that handles wrongful incarcerations and things like that. Again, or the more common DEA, FBI, etc. Okay? Thank you so much as always for tuning in. My name is Nehru. I am an extraterrestrial earth angel, light worker, Gaia beacon, and ascended master here for the 10th and final time on this journey with Egyptian shamanic background. Yeah, thank you so much as always, and be encouraged.